Hello and welcome back, everybody. It's nearly November, the marathon is over, and now we are back for our second volume of Marathon to Muscle. Now, if you followed along last year, you saw how I took this goal of gaining back muscle after running the marathon. You saw how I broke that goal down into little pieces, and over several months, I executed on that goal and really got myself into a position where I was quite happy. Now, spring has come, summer's gone, and we're into fall. I did the marathon, I lost some weight, more than I wanted to, but good news is we're back now. We have the ability to gain the muscle back. So here we go, jumping on in for our second round. This year, as compared to last year, we're going to be making some changes to this project. The first change that we're going to make is, well, I'm going to fast track things a bit more this year. Now, if you followed last year, you saw my process very spelled out over time, and you saw how I slowly built it up. This year, I feel like I maintained my habits of my training and my nutrition better in the running season, so I feel as if I can jump back in at a higher intensity as far as my goal execution goes. The second thing that'll be different is the way in which I'm tracking a lot of things. Last year I used the DEXA scan, which is kind of the gold standard as far as body composition measurement goes, but this year I'm going to use more of a consumer level in-body home scan scale, which is very available at your favorite retailer. And the third thing that'll be different this year is that I'm going to change what I show to you. Yes, I'll still be showing you the process in which I break down this goal and make it happen over time, but I may not spell it out as clearly as I did last time. Instead, I'm going to save a little bit more time and room this year to talk on other points that are adjacent to this goal, such as why I'm choosing to use that in-body scale versus a DEXA scan, why I choose to track different metrics in different ways, how I work on multiple goals at once, what do I do to stay on track when things get boring, and hopefully many more topics that will be helpful for you getting towards your goals. Now, if you're new to creating goals, I do encourage you to go back to last year's videos where things are very well spelled out and it's a slow approach. But if you're someone who followed along last year, or if you have experience setting a goal and then really working on that goal over time, I feel like you can jump right back in here. Now, that should lead me to our last thing that's going to be different this year versus last year. This year, I'd really like to make this project social. I'd like to involve others in it. So if you're somebody who has a goal similar to myself, gaining muscle, I'd love to have you join me, because it's always more fun to tackle a goal as a group where you have support rather than just doing it by yourself. Now, if you would like to join me, the only thing that you have to do is just commit. Tell yourself this is what you're going to do. Tell me this is what you're going to do, because there's always more success when it's not just a private goal of yours, but it's public where you have others to hold you accountable and support you. So if you want to join me, email me, DM me, call me, text me, find me in person. I'd love to add you to the group. So let's break down how we're actually going to accomplish this goal. Like last year, we're going to work through multiple phases. Our first phase, we're going to call it our accumulation phase. We're just trying to accumulate good habits and good actions. So our first phase is going to be 4 weeks long, and we're going to take 3 areas of our health. I think exercise, sleep, and nutrition. Just like last year, 3 big kind of core areas of our health that will give us a lot of benefit if we improve them. The first thing that we're going to tackle is our exercise. This is the fun one. My action set for exercise is getting in 3 to 4 strength training workouts in a week. Now, we need to have strength training workouts because that's how you build muscle. 3 to 4, that'll just be a nice routine for me to get through. It won't leave me too fatigued, but it's something I should be able to recover from well. Now, in these 4 weeks, the goal is not to use as much weight as possible. Instead, the goal is simply to accumulate high quality repetitions. In regards to nutrition, this was one I struggled with last year, I'll be honest. But I've been practicing better nutritional habits over the summer and over the spring. So this year, the goal for me is to get 200 grams of protein a day. 200 grams because we want to get about 1 gram per pound of your desired body weight. For me, it's going to be about 200 pounds. I'll build that over time. I find that when I get 200 grams of protein a day, I don't crave crummy foods that are less nutritionally dense, and I get the proper amount of protein to build the muscle. And then the third area that we're going to work on is sleep. Now, sleep is one thing that I do struggle with. Unfortunately, in my career and my life, just aren't really conducive to me getting 8 hours of sleep every single night. You know, many of you can relate. If you have kids, you know what this is like. Your time in bed just may not be 8 hours. And while you can't always change that, we can oftentimes change the quality of our time that we are in bed. So even if you're only able to get 6 hours of sleep, let's try to make that the best 6 hours you can. Last year I found really good success with this just by getting in the habit of reading before bed. So that means no phone before bed. Try to set that thing down a good hour before you go to bed. When you get into bed, do a little bit of light reading to help the brain slow down, and it really, really can improve your sleep. And we need good sleep because that's when we do all the recovering from our workouts. So again, I've taken these 3 aspects of my health, my exercise, my nutrition, and my sleep. I've taken just 1 action step on all of these, and I'm going to try to work on these 3 action steps over the next 4 weeks. I'll be tracking all this in my notebook, just like last year. I like the pen and paper. It's a process that works really well for me. If you prefer to do it electronically or on an app, that's great too. Just do as it works for you. Let's head into the notebook next and see exactly how this is going to look. Okay, here we are with our notebook where most of our tracking is going to be taking place. To kick it off, first we are looking at our plan. We're starting up here at phase 1, which is going to be 4 weeks long. Remember, our goal is accumulation, and then we'll be moving down to phase 2. Turning over to our next page, this is how it's going to look. We have space for 1, 2, 3, even 4 workouts. At the bottom, we have our days of the week tracking both sleep habits and nutrition habits. The sleep habit for this phase is going to be reading before bed, and the nutrition habit is going to be getting 200 grams of protein in per day. And as we go, it will look just like last year's, where we eventually do progress over our different phases. Then, throughout the weeks, we'll be tracking our workouts, our habits, and everything else. We'll be able to see weeks where I'm very compliant, and we'll be able to see weeks where I'm less compliant. Hopefully we have more compliant than not to get me to this goal fast. So I've got my action steps. I've got my way of tracking those action steps. These may be perfect things for you to do as well, or they might not be the best things for you to do. If you look at these action steps and you say, like, 1 gram per pound desired body weight in protein, that's way too much, scale it back. If you know that you can't concern yourself with counting grams of protein, that's perfectly fine. Maybe your action step is just, trying to get more water in a day. So maybe you pick out a water bottle and I want to be able to drink 3 of these a day, because normally I only drink 1. Your action steps are your action steps. Any action steps that you choose that are going to positively affect your health and you know that you can do them are the right steps for you. Again, I'm fast tracking it a little bit because I've done this many, many times before. I'm really excited for the next few months, gaining muscle and getting stronger. I really enjoy the way it makes me feel. I enjoy the process. If this is something that you are excited to join as well, please let me know. I really would like the support in this project. It's a whole lot more fun with other people versus just doing it yourself. Over the next couple days, be on the lookout for our next video where we're going to show our starting point. I'm going to take some measurements, figure out where I'm actually starting from, and you'll be able to see the beginning of the training and the tracking of these metrics. Again, if you'd like to join me, please let me know. I'd love to have you and your support. I'd love to support you and this big goal. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you soon.